this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Canes will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lovett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Trojans offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Off play action. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season.
Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Trojans will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Miami's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. And the Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. They're going to run it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
On the ground, it's Lyle. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Quickly out to the tight end. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
He'll do it himself. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
That's a fly. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they strike first. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got a man. It's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll try the run. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They go to the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on first down from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Hurricanes look to do some damage in the red zone. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Sets up the screen. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3. The Trojans will hustle to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the lone running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They've had a really productive 1st half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
To the air, it's Nickel. Looking deep down the right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the 1st half of the home team.
Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this 1st half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Trojans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Looking for space, it's Lyle. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Canes want to move quickly. Looking to throw, it's Nickel. Bringing the heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Miami.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And now the lead is extended a little further. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement.
Oh, he's got some space. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Makes the grab. It's Moore. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
The give to the back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now he's looking to throw it. Finds his man. It's Lyle. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. And the Canes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the air. It's Nickel. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
Miami, 31, Troy, 0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, man. You've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. But they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get it.
Touchdown, Miami! Great job by the back on the option.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive.
Miami, 38, Troy, 0.
And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The corners are walked up tight. looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far. And a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up. And another great job that time in coverage.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their...
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got enough for the first. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. They want that clock to run. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I think as a right. If you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They are going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. quarterback takes a knee. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. When you know you have a team outclassed,